see what we can do here. That is a monster. Getting low. Yep, time for a charge. Indicator light says, well, I can get a tree done with this saw. That's cool. Well, that's pretty cool. And that's good enough for now. Let that cool off, throw those on charge, get this cleaned up. We'll start planting the berries. All that counts is the two ends make the line. I'll be fine with that. All right, we're ready now. Okay folks, I've got 2 plants here. I got the 4 raspberries there. What I do have coming is a black raspberry I'll put here. I have a blackberry I'm gonna put here. And later on I'll buy 1 more blackberry. So I have more raspberries than blackberries, but the blackberries will populate like crazy, I'm sure. 1 more blackberry here. So I'll have 5 raspberries, 4 of which will be red, 1 will be a black raspberry. Then I'll have 1 blackberry. And the gojo, or whatever they're called, right here. Okay, I know you can see it now. This tree is dying. It was in the fire and I should have cut it down before ever building my cabin. You can't tell on this side, but on this side, it's starting to crack and there's no bark on here. So ultimately what I need to do is delimb the back side, this side, and leave the front and the left of it heavy so that it kind of stays this way. I got a tree here, a couple of them. It's not going to go into my mill, but I need to get up here with that extension pole, just start taking out all this I can. And I could drop it today if I wanted. Like I said, that other tree piece on that, I just cut the 3 trees off that 1 stump. There's still a 4th tree that's okay for now. It's not damaged, it'll survive. But I will eventually get rid of it. I just don't think right now is critical. I've taken down 5 or 6 trees today and I still got to delimb them all. But I think I'll come over here and start working this because I need to get this dropped and not dropped onto the cabin. So I think what I'll do is also I'll run a chain from here somewhere on this to this other big tree over here by the mill. So if it does start to fall this way, the chain will kind of cause it to do this and swing it like a pendulum and swing it away from the cabin is the idea. It won't swing it all the way to the left. There's just no way. It'll bring it down somewhere in there. But yeah, a chain will do it. And it's not going to hurt the other tree. The tree's a little bit smaller than this one, but it's still a big tree. They're almost the same height. So just the whole idea is to keep it from swinging if it decides to try to go this way. If that wood has any kind of problems with it where it's weakened from the bark missing, I'm just worried about it taking a turn for the worst, which would be to land on my cabin. Again, I was going to wait to do this till after I had the shop done and a place to go into the shop, but it's early enough in the year, and I need to get my solar up, and this will hold me up from that. I won't be able to do it without that being removed. So, sharpened my chain. It sharpened up nice. I gave it a 25-degree sharpening, which will, it's not as fast of a cut, but it will stay sharp longer. So I happen to have some guides to help me sharpen my blades, whatever I drink, if I want a 35 or a 25-degree sharpening. So I tried the 25-degree and it cuts like butter. It cuts really nice. So you can probably see it's pretty bad in here. I should take that screw out. I'll have to come back and do that. Let's go ahead and chain this thing up though. So I got a strap, toe strap, and chain hooked up. And I've got a chain here I'm going to wrap around it. Then I'll put my two 25-foot chains together in conjunction with the toe strap. And I put it up about 4 feet up this tree. I'll put this up as high as I can. I think that'll suffice. Anywhere in here, if I can keep it up like that, that'd be great. What can I do here? There. Well, it landed close to the deck. It didn't land on it yet. I'm gonna have to do some stuff for when I start cutting it, put some blocking under it to keep it from falling. And that's the one thing I'd really like to fix. So it fell pretty much where I wanted. It didn't use the chain at all. I would have liked it a little more to the left, but now I can walk past it at least. So that's not a bad place for it to have landed. But it was a good cut either way. It turned out to be a good cut. So, and then I'll take this and I'll level this out. I'll make a nice cut on it, level it out, and use it as a little stand for something. Once I start cutting things, it's going to want to move. Well, I got to run to town. Got to get some groceries. I'm going to drop this off. It needs a couple things. The adjusting tuning screws looks like they're missing, high and low. I honestly can't tell. I'd have to pull the cover off, but it needs dialed in. It's not running good. May as well get it fixed. I need some propane, a little bit of groceries. So I think on the way back to here, before I get back to work again today, got my coffee, got sage. I think we'll stop off at the fishing location, catch a little fishing today, and I'll get back and start working on those trees that I cut down yesterday and de-limbing and bucking them, except for the big one off the deck. That one's going to get cut so that I can mill it. At least 2 sections of it I'll make millable. I think I'll do I'm thinking about a 9-foot section, maybe a 10-foot section twice, something like that. So anyways, we're ready to go. We're gonna have to get some backup propane. Are you gonna get in? Get in, Ted. Good girl. Morning. Good. Need to get some propane and stuff, so.
I'm guessing you live off grid?
I do.
There you go.
Well, it's been a while since I've been here, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It's been kind of windy, but That was just walking down here. Now it's stopped for the moment, so it's gotten quite warm. It is definitely warm. Definitely warm in that sun. Fish on. It's a fighter. Now, we're barbless, so hopefully we can see it. Oh, he got off. Either I broke my hook, or he just got off. No, he just got off is all. He was sizable too. Felt sizable. He was pulling pretty hard. Let's give this another shot here. Give her a shot, huh? Gotta bring one in. Gotta bring one trout in on this hook. Give me my confidence on barbless fishing. Right now, I'm not very confident. I've had probably 4 strikes since I've been here. I've had 1 fish on for sure. Actually, I think I've had 2 fish on out of the 4. So I'm at a 50%, but 100% loss. Let's see what happens here. We'll try it again. Okay, fish on. Let's see if we can bring this one in. The concept of catch and release is bringing it in. He's close. I can see him. He's decent sized. He's really trying to shake that hook. He may be able to. Hard to say. What do you think, Sage? We're gonna get him in? We're gonna get that trout into your feet? We're trying. He's a fighter. What do you think? Is that a good trout, Sage? He just lost his bait. Yeah, he's a nice trout. He's an easy 12 or 13 inch trout. And he's hooked right on the edge of the jaw. Let's see if we can bring him in. Oh gosh, he's bigger than 12, that's for sure. Okay, he's loose. There he goes. He's gone. Nice. Yeah, he was barely hooked, but it got him in, could see him. I'm sure you didn't see him as good as I did, darn it all. We'll do it again. So the barbless hook worked perfect. Other than the fact, I would have liked to picked him up and showed you what he looked like. Maybe the next one, we'll try it again. That was fun. Fish on. Oh crap. Fish on. So, I thought I would go grab something from the truck, and of course that's not going to happen. So this time I'm not barbless, so I probably got the fish. Oh yeah, and he's a fighter. He's a fighter. Oh, I just lost him. I'm not having much luck at all, am I? Let's try it again. Where you at, Sage? Come on, sweetie. Get over here. She just vanishes on me. Oh, fish on already. He's a jumper. See if we can bring this one in. That didn't take long. There we go. He's unhooked. That's a nice little rainbow. Let's let him go before he's in trouble there. He's a little confused, but he's gone. Well, let's see if we can catch us a big fish this time, huh? Enough of these little dinky 12-inch trout. There's some big ones in here. I'm sure of it. She caught something. I think she caught something. That's Sage for you. Kind of wacky dog, isn't she? Kind of a wacky dog. Oh, I'm getting a strike. Fish on. Fish on. I love this pole, that's for sure. I hold the pole high in hopes that they'll come out of the water, but usually not until I get them up to the shore. Still haven't seen him. There he is, I just saw a glimpse. Just caught a glimpse of him. Oh, he's pretty good sized. Bigger than I thought. Yeah, he's one of the big ones. He's easy 18 or 19 inches. He'll be the keeper today. He's a big trout. Look out, Sage. Let's see what we can do here. This is a big trout. That is a big, big trout. That pole handled him nicely. Man, I hope you can see this. That is a monster. That's the trouts to catch. That's the fun ones. This guy's been in here since stocking probably a good 2 or 3 years. Big trout. Fish on. Let's give him some line. Fish on. There we go. See if we can't bring this guy in. Bring him in on the LITTMA Trout and Panfish ultralight fishing rod. Oh, look at that. Another nice big trout. I mean, he's a big one. For this lake, that's a nice sized trout. What do you think, Sage? Big trout? She's like, I don't care. You catch them all the time, Pops. Yeah, he's swallowed it too. Probably the only reason I brought him in. Nice. That's a good fish. Well, the trout and panfish rod did it again. This is a pretty long trout right here. My guess is 19 to 20 inches, possibly more. I mean, this one's no little trout either. That guy's a small one right there. And he's probably easy 12, I'm going to say. Yep. This fishing pole has been serving me well. I've really enjoyed it. It's a 7-foot version. Works great. All right, time to pack up and get back home to work. And I got the trout and panfish rod I'm using right now from LITTMA. And coming up will be another rod that they have that I will be using. It's a little more heavy duty. I could easily bring in a big trout on this pole too, though. Well, I don't know if these are wild horses or domesticated, but there's a whole bunch of horses here in front of me. There they go. Little baby one in there. They're not too happy about me, are they? What do you think they're saying? They're not in a fenced area, so I'm thinking that they're wild horses, but here we go. What's with the nodding? Oh my goodness. Funny. Quite funny. It's a 19-inch trout. All right. I need to get this tree out of here. You are too fast. No safe. Oh, I swear these are trees by themselves. No, Cooper. I do have all of these trees out here from the other day. So I've got 3 down over here by my little Coopers. So there's 3 trees here I got to delimb. I got another 3 I've got another 3 trees right here, maybe 4 to delimb, plus the one that I'm working on right currently by the cabin. So I'm going to get busy on this stuff. I'm not going to film a bunch of it, and see what I can get done before the rain comes in tonight. All right, we're going to have a trout today for lunch. After lunch, I'm going to go pick up, I have some more blades that came in. And bring it here, Sage. And Norwood Mills is sending me a 5-pack of blades to try out. He asked me if I'd like to try out some new blades. And so when I'm cutting materials for this shop, I'm going to start using those blades and then the ones I bought. And I'll let you know what I think of both blades. I already pretty much know about the one blades. I like them because I can resharpen them. And pretty much you can resharpen them all. Some of them take a different grinder wheel. So the ones they're sending me, I'll get into details later. For those of you that are interested in blades and are Norwood mill owners maybe and haven't tried them, I'll let you know what I think of them. I do use a lot of blades that I resharpen because I've got a really large buildup of them from over 4 years of use. And I have a stack of them behind me on a tree that are destined for the recycling. But that's just a fraction of what I have used blades. So I'm just starting to now meticulously go through those blades. Anytime I sharpen them, I'm just working with one blade, pretty much maybe 2. I'll sharpen 1 or 2 of them, and I'll just go back and forth until they're used up and put them aside. I'm trying to clear out my inventory of used blades. And nothing better than sharpening them and using them to take down dirty logs, because those logs with the bark on them, that's dirty wood, and that dirt dulls them pretty fast. And those blades don't last as long anyway. So personally, I just feel like it's more important to just go ahead and use those and save the new ones for the fine cuts. Anyhow, that being said, I hope you can hear me okay. I got a new mic. I picked it up yesterday, and it's a better mic. The little ones, I got a lot of wind noise in them since I started using them. And I've had big mics like these before, and they work great. So I just bought this one, which matches my Action 5 Pro that I have, and that's what I'm filming with. And I obviously film in 4K, for those of you that have tried to watch it in 4K. So a lot of my videos take a long time to go through and edit because of the 4K recording I'm doing. And it's just a lot slower. My computer's just a laptop. I want to get a new Apple computer, a base, when I get everything dialed in to where I can actually have it set up at a desk. So anyways, I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to also do some limb cutting here. And as I get these logs cleaned up, I'll bring you back in. I got smoke in your face. I got rid of cardboard this morning. And there's still a little fire going, so I threw some scrap wood in there. I thought I'd cook the trout on that, but it hasn't lit up. It's just smoldering. So it's a nice confined fire pit. It's a steel fire pit. And I always keep I have a fire extinguisher outside here. I always keep a fire extinguisher nearby. we've been getting rain. I don't have anything floating in the air. So I'm not even really concerned with it having a problem. And I babysit it since I'm having lunch. All right, let's have some lunch, Sage. That's 5 trees so far on one charge. 2 bars left. 2 bars left. Of course, I'm going to cut these trees up with the gas saw just because I've got more limbing to do. It's not done yet. But all these limbs will get chipped. All these limbs that get chipped will get used as wood chips and mulch, which I think will be a good thing. If I till the garden area, I won't have a garden this year, because if I till in mulch, it'll probably need a good 2 years of turning into soil and giving it nutrients, which is not totally a bad thing. I'm heavily into building anyways, so taking care of plants is really hard for me. I've purchased a few $1,000s worth of plants that I've just killed because I haven't taken care of them right. And I can't afford to do that anymore. I mean, when I first got here, I thought, oh, I'd take care of them, but I just found out if I could just make a ritual, I'd get up in the morning, water them, and then carry on with my day, which is what I'm going to try and do with the plants that I have. But if I get too many plants and I spread them out on the acreage too much, it just takes too much time. It's just not practical for what I'm trying to accomplish in the meantime. So the fruit trees don't require nearly as much attention, so I can do fruit trees. I've got 4 crab apples that are growing well for the last 2 years. Not growing much, but they're growing well. I trimmed them, I topped them a little bit this before spring. So we'll see if that gives them a boost. This fall, I'll top them again when they go dormant, so that when they come out next year, I won't have to top them around spring. We'll see how that works. But just a slow going thing. Update on the mushrooms that I planted. I did not far down here and down by the creek. I did 2 different mushrooms. I did the shiitakes and then the morels. I've gotten neither one of them to grow. So it's pretty dry around here in the summer. And for that matter, springs are pretty dry. I mean, this month, June, this is when we get our storms and rain, and then dry. So, and it's not every day. I mean, they'll say 3 or 4 days in a row, and then we'll get 1 day. So, but I can't tell what's going to happen from one day to the next. It looks like it's going to rain. I don't want to go and uncover the shop. I don't want to go and do that. So I want to make sure that I feel comfortable with the weather before I start going too heavily on the shop. I am going to get this stuff done and then start working on the shop again, but I also want to get the solar done. That way I can put solar in the shop and solar in the cabin. Right now it's all in the cabin. And it would be nice to move some of that over to the shop so I have power in both areas. So it's kind of critical to get the solar done. So I don't know how interested you folks are in solar. Maybe leave it in the comments if you're interested in seeing how it's done and how I build this adjustable solar rack. If you're interested in seeing that, I would like to hear your comments. And as far as how I'm going to do it, well, once I build it, you'll get to see it. So just hang on. I got a plan. You can inject your ideas if you want, but they may be already what I'm thinking. It's hard to say. So just wait and see what I've got in store for the build. It's going to be different than what I've seen online on other YouTube channels. I don't like to do stuff exactly like other people do unless it totally makes sense and there's no other route to go. But if there's another route that I could go that I could maybe make a slight modification that I think's better, then I'll do it. Make my own wood after all. So I'm not worried about saving a whole bunch of money on materials since I make my own materials. It's the hardware that cost me. That's where I want to save money. So, all right, behind the camera, I've got 3 more trees to do like this. I'm going to go ahead and start doing those till this runs out. Then I'm going to clean up some of this and pile the limbs. I'm letting them kind of dry out and die a little bit before I start chipping them. But I want to get my blueberries planted. This is Friday. Saturday's tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on getting the plants planted tomorrow. And possibly digging some holes for posts. Figuring out where the posts are going to go for the solar. Maybe pre-dig those. And we'll just see how it is. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. But we'll see. All right, I'll be back with you a little later. I think you've seen enough of me cutting with this electric saw. I'm pretty impressed with this thing. It works really good. I've got my other, I think it's an 18-inch gas-powered saw. I got it in the shop, getting some work done to it. Then when I start bucking these trees, I'm just gonna buck them with the gas saw. I don't want to go and wear out my chain on this thing too fast. And when I get back the other saw, it's a small gas saw like this. I'll use it for bucking. I'll use this one for delimbing. I'll use the other one for delimbing high. So yeah, all my saws have a reason, and I like to just keep them used for that reason. It just makes more sense. And this thing is light. As you can see, I can hold it straight out in front of me. I'm right-handed. This is my weak arm, and it's no problem with this thing. So, very nice. The SEESII Power Tools 18-inch saw. I'm pleased with it. I can't complain. By the way, I'm probably gonna burn this up this year because I'm gonna use the heck out of it.